Today is just a short, easy run, and it's the first run of my 6th week of using the Garmin Coach training program for a 5K race coming up in about 10 or 11 weeks. My training readiness was good. I had a good night's sleep last night, and my HRV has stabilized, and the VO2 max after my last run was 44. So let's see what happens after today's short, easy run. Okay, so my first run of week 6 is in the books, and it was just a short, easy run. And let's take a look at the evaluation, Garmin's evaluation. You know, I said I was feeling normal, and I gave it a moderate rating, I think. And Garmin said that I was in the pace range 67% of the time, which they considered good. So my overall evaluation was pretty good. But I want to take a look at my heart rate for a minute here. Since this was just a short, easy run, I think it's a good way to sort of like take a look at what my heart rate does when I'm running. And when I'm running out of my neighborhood, as you can see on the chart, I have to go up a fairly steep hill just to get up to the roads that I normally run on. And you'll see that my heart rate right at the beginning, especially going up that hill, spikes a bit. But then it really takes me about a mile to warm up. This workout gave me like a 2-minute warm up before the actual run officially started. But 2 minutes isn't really enough time for me to really truly get warmed up. I have to run for about a mile, it looks like. And when you look at this short run that I did at about a mile in, it drops down, and that's where I'm really actually in zone 2 running mostly at that time. But that steep climb out of my neighborhood sort of spikes my heart rate, and then until I get really warmed up, it kind of stays up there for a while. But even on my longer runs, once I sort of get about a mile in, my heart rate will drop, and I can sort of sustain a lower heart rate. So that's something that I think is kind of interesting about my running. So I think that I did a pretty good job really doing zone 2 running in this easy run today. So what was my VO2 max afterwards? Well, it didn't change. It's still at a 44. That's what it was at the end of the last rate. And when you look at the chart, you can see it tweaked up a little bit. I was thinking it might tweak down since yesterday was a rest day, and this was such a short, easy run today. But it actually sort of nudged up a little bit. And then I always like to check my training readiness again right after an activity, just to see what kind of an impact that activity had on my training readiness. And as you can see, my training readiness is still pretty good, which is a good thing because tomorrow will be a much tougher workout. I'm doing speed repeats, and those always are kind of demanding for me, especially since I decreased my race goal time by 30 seconds a couple of weeks ago. All my paces have increased a little bit, and now those speed repeats are pretty tough for me to do in the pace range that they're wanting me to do them in. So yeah, tomorrow will be a challenge. Today was a pretty easy one. Okay, I'm about ready to head out for today's run, and I won't be taking my camera with me since today's run is going to be a speed workout, and I don't want to be messing with my camera when I'm doing those intervals. So my training readiness is actually pretty good for today. In fact, the best it's been in a long time. So I should have a good run. I'm actually feeling a little bit tired though. Stayed up kind of late last night doing some things. But I think I'll be able to get through these speed repeats all right. My HRV is set at 106, which actually is down, I think, 2 or 3 points from yesterday, but still within my balanced range. And at the end of yesterday's run, my VO2 max was 44. So we'll see if there's any changes to that after today's run. So let's get to it. Yeah, today's run is done, and I actually had to cut it a little bit short. The dirt road that I like to do my running on was undergoing some construction, and there was tractors and stuff, grading the road. And when I first started off, it was on one side, so I was running on the other side. And where I do these speed repeats, it's sort of like a back and forth, sort of up and down this. It's a grade down when I first start running down, and then grade up the other direction. And anyway, I was going back and forth, as were the construction tractor grading the road and everything. And it was eventually, it started off on the far side of the road, but it was each time we would pass each other, it was getting closer and closer to me. Eventually, I ran out of road to run on as I was doing the 5th of my 6th interval. So I was about 2/3 of the way through my 5th interval, and realized that I wasn't going to have enough room to run the rest of my workout. So I cut it short, but maybe I was using that as an excuse. Maybe I would have had time before that truck came back to go ahead and do my 6th and final one. But I was tired, and as I said beforehand, that I was feeling, I didn't get as much sleep as I was hoping last night, and I was feeling kind of tired, and so I was tired. I was exhausted, and so maybe I just used that as an excuse to not do that last one. But anyway, and so because I didn't complete it, when you take a look at my evaluation, you can see that Garmin, said that I didn't complete. It gave me like something like a 28% or something like that. And actually, the intervals that I was running were a little bit slow too. So because I just wasn't really feeling it. I could have gone ahead and done that last one had I, had confidence that I was going to have enough road to run on without being stopped by the construction crew. But anyway, so we'll take a look at my my VO2 max. And as you can see, it did actually drop a little bit. Went down from a 44 to a 43. And, I'm accustomed to that now. Each time I check my VO2 max, it's tended to be a bit of a roller coaster. And so a few more weeks from now, I'll be probably a little bit more concerned about it. If it doesn't show at least a fairly consistent trend upwards, then, maybe I will be a little more concerned about it. But so today was, an interesting run. As far as my next run, I checked my training res, and it says it is right now, and it's actually, even though I was feeling kind of weak today, it's saying that my training readiness is still pretty good, so I should be all right for my next run, which will be a tempo run. Okay, today is a tempo run, and I'm back out on the road where the last time they had some tractors up here sort of regrading it, and kind of curious to see what it's going to be like today. I'm just now getting on to the area where they've regraded it, and it looks like it's going to be okay to run on. And oops, I'm starting to run a little too fast right now. This would be an easy run right now before I start my tempo, so I think I need to slow it down a little bit. So anyway, my VO2 max at the end of my last run was a 43. It had dropped just a little bit. But today, my training readiness was good, and my HRV
was also relatively good. Dipped a little bit, but still pretty good and within a balanced range. So yeah, the road, I see a truck heading my way right now, and I'm right along the part that's been packed down from the traffic. And so as this truck approaches, I think I'm gonna need to step off of this area a little bit, let them pass. So yeah, okay, so yeah, I'm going to sign off because I've got to start my tempo run here in a minute, and then I'll check in when I get back. Okay, well, I got that run done, and that's about the best I can say about it, actually. But I took off knowing that I was going to kind of take it easy because I feel like I needed to, ease off on my training a bit this week. So I decided I was probably going to do my best to actually keep it under the desired pace just a little bit. And I did. I definitely kept it under the pace. I took off, and that hill that I have to go up just to get out of my neighborhood. Once I got up that, I was feeling kind of tired, and so during the warm up part before the tempo, I was telling myself that I'm not really feeling that great. So I essentially just did an easy run through the whole thing. When it was time for me to begin the tempo, I increased my pace a little bit, but I decided I really needed to take it easy. And I was taking it easy, but it actually felt, kind of hard. So I'm thinking that, I may have been overtraining a bit, especially since, a few weeks ago when I decreased my race goal time by 30 seconds. And I'm starting to kind of wonder now if that was really a smart thing to do. And, I'll keep on this. My next run is a long, easy run. And I'm definitely going to do my best to make it indeed an easy run. And then my next speed repeats will be next Wednesday, I believe. And we'll see if those are any easier for me, after I've really just sort of held things back for about a week. So, so today's run, as you can see, if you look at the evaluation, I was way under the goal pace for the tempo, and actually for the warm up too, the easy run warm ups. I was under the pace the whole way. So Garmin gave me I think just 30% rating on the run, so they didn't rate it well. And I confess that I was feeling weak in my self-evaluation, but I also said that I felt like I was running moderately hard because I felt like even though I knew I was running a slower pace, it was feeling kind of hard for me. So I think I'm hoping that the situation is just that I've been overtraining a little bit, and taking a few days, making these runs a bit easier for the next couple of days. Hopefully that's going to make my things go a little bit better. My VO2 max remained the same at 43. So that's where we stand. Okay, so this is my last run of week 6, and it's just a long, slow, easy run. And I'm purposely going really slow, and I'm probably not even going to be in the range that they were asking, mainly because I've been having some difficulties on my speed workouts, specifically the speed repeats. And I'm thinking that might be because I may have been running a little too fast on these easy runs, and not really fully ready and recovered to run my speed workouts. So I'm really taking it easy today. And so Last night, however, I did not get a great night's sleep. Not enough hours, not enough deep sleep. So my training readiness today was not ideal. And as you look at it, you can see that it's not giving me good marks on last night's sleep or my recent sleeping. So yeah, and my HRV had also dropped again, and as it did before. So I'm really just taking it easy. So my VO2 max after my last run, which was a tempo run, remained at 43. So since I'm running this run really easy, I'm not expecting much of a change in my VO2 max, and wouldn't be surprised even if it went down a little bit, but we'll see. Okay, well, that run is done, and it was I really took it easy. It was kind of a progressive run, but starting really slow. If you take a look at what Garmin had to say, I wasn't even in the zone for most of the time, and it didn't give me a very good rating. But that was sort of my intent for this run, was just to really cut back. I said that it was a light run. And that I was feeling normal, and Garmin said, yeah, and you weren't running very fast either because you weren't in the zone. So that wasn't great. But if you look at the chart, you can see it was really kind of a progressive run, and I eventually got up to the running zone toward the end of the run, and even I always can smell the barn, so when I'm within a mile or so of home, I always pick it up. And so yeah, that's I think the way to really gauge the success of this run today is how I do on my next speed repeats, because I just want to make sure that for my next speed repeats, I definitely I'm not in a situation where I've overtrained, and I want to be able to run those well. So yeah, Garmin didn't give me a great rating, and if you take a look at my VO2 max, as I said at the beginning, I didn't expect it to change very much, and it really didn't change hardly at all. Still at 43, and that's fine with me. So I went ahead, and when I got home, and I checked my training readiness, and my training readiness went down a little bit, but I should be ready to go for a run tomorrow. When you look at my training readiness, the notes that it has at the bottom there, it blames my poor sleep for most of my low score in terms of training readiness. So yeah, that's the end of week 6 of my Garmin coach preparing me for a 5K. By the way, there's a good chance that I will not be posting at the end of my next week. I might do the next 2 weeks in one video because I have a guest coming in tomorrow morning, actually, and going to be spending most of my time, being a host. So I'll still be going out for my runs, but I just won't be editing any videos or anything like that. So don't expect to see another video for probably a couple of weeks.